morning, New Life. This is Community in Context. It's a time every Sunday that we get a chance to meet some of the people in our community and find out what God's doing in and through them. So this morning I'm here with my friends, Jordan and Abby Lee. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, and we're always excited for the Fast Five, so we're going to do this quick. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, dogs or cats?
Both.
Curveball there. Favorite movie?
Go.
Favorite movie, if I need something funny, I like Dumb and Dumber still.
That's a great movie.
I don't have a favorite movie, but my favorite TV show is the old BBC version of Top Gear.
Top Gear, a Cars show.
Yes.
All right, there's chance for you to get to know Abby a little bit. Favorite subject in school, Jordan?
History.
English.
All right, favorite Kansas City barbecue?
If I'm going for lunch, Slaps, and for dinner, Q39.
Oh wow.
I feel like lunchtime is the only time for barbecue, and so Slaps.
Nice, love that. And sweet or salty?
Probably salty.
It depends, but probably sweet.
And see why you're just such a lovely couple.
That's right. Good balance.
All right, well, thanks again. And one of the things we always love to do is just find a little bit about your faith journey. So why is Jesus really important to you? What's that journey been like for you?
Yeah, so I grew up going to church as a kid, believing in God and understanding, I thought, the story of Christ dying on the cross for my sin. But my family moved to a new city right before high school, and it was in this move where I met people who introduced me to what it meant to have a personal relationship with Jesus. So I was 14 and gave my life to Christ, and just a whole other way to see the world. And he's very real to me, and we just try to honor him, and it's a challenge to do it every day, but thankful for his sacrifice and try to make it personal.
I love hearing that.
I also came from a pretty churched family. I remember being 10 years old. I grew up in rural western Colorado. My mother and I, or my dad and I, just depended on the parent at the time, but we'd often go for hikes kind of in and around our house because we lived pretty far into the woods, is what I tell people. But I remember being 10 years old and asking my mom about God, and she kind of stopped. It was a windy day. And I said, Mom, how do you know God exists? And maybe a little bit cliche now, but she asked me if I could feel the wind.
Wow.
She said, you can't see the wind, but you can feel it. And so since then, I became saved and have lived with confidence that the Lord is omnipresent and always in my life.
Man, so see, that's why I love talking to people like you guys, is hearing that Jesus is so real and so unique to every one of us, and yet we can share in that journey. So thank you so much for sharing that. It's really cool. So one of the things, we have Connect Group kickoff this weekend, and I know one of the things that has really been cool about meeting you guys and you guys beginning to get connected. Why is community such an important part of your faith?
Yeah, well, I think first we're called to gather with the believers, so it's obedience for one, but two, it's really good to have accountability with other believers. It's great to get to know people you worship with on Sunday during the week, and we all have different spiritual gifts, so I think when you get around other people and open the Word, you get to share different perspectives and see how people see other issues. But it's a time for encouragement. You can encourage others. Maybe you need to be encouraged. So I think small groups are a great way to just take a break during the work week and refocus yourself on Christ, and not just on Sunday morning, but just sort of middle of the week can be a really good opportunity.
That's great. It's the body of Christ. We talk about the church, capital C, being universal, and then we have a local church here at New Life, which we see the body of Christ at work. And it's fascinating to see the body of Christ at work in a Connect group or in a small group like that as well, with people's different gifts. So I love that. So how has your Connect group helped you guys connect to God and connect to other people?
Well, I think Jeff actually touched on it last week with one of his points. It was that Christians, to the effect that Christians have the opportunity, Christian friendships rather, have the opportunity to leave a positive legacy. And I think that was something that was really borne out in our life in the last semester, if you will, that we were a part of a small group. It was an opportunity to be spiritually refreshed, be among new friends, and build on that legacy. Not necessarily, community service projects are great and they're valuable,
right.
But being able to have that spiritual accountability and going to work the next day, feeling spiritually refreshed, and still be reminded constantly of why we choose to pursue the lifestyle and the decisions that we do. So I think that was super important to our experience last year.
Wow, that's really cool. I was privileged enough to visit you guys' group one time, and the way your group intentionally talked about conversations you were having with people that didn't believe, and friends of yours that didn't believe, and how you encouraged each other toward that in your own life and then walking that out the next day. So thank you guys so much for doing that. Well, thanks for being here this morning. Yeah, Connect Group Kickoff is this weekend. If you want to find out what group Jordan and Abby are part of, because it would be really cool to hang around them, come and talk to them. And they would love to have you in their group, or find a group on a day, time, or location that works best for you. We really want to point you in that direction, and really hope that you'll get connected in that way. So thanks a lot, New Life, and we will see you soon.